NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course to legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. Frank, what is the layout like here at East Lake?
Tremendous old-style layout, Rich, sort of very much up and down. And remember, this area was stricken by poverty years ago. Now it's one of the most pristine golf courses in the world. It's a traditional golf course, Rich, straight-up design. Everything's in front of you. And normally it's a par 72 for the members, but by reducing 5 and 10, they become like whopping par 4s for even the best in the game. Par 3s too. Excellent test here at East Lake.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just a couple of feet. Well, at last, a birdie. Well, Frank, we've made it through the 6th unscathed, and here we are at the 7th hole, and a little movement to this par 4 goes to the left.
Exactly, the first hole that actually shapes that way at East Lake. There's one bunker down the left side, that short bunker not in play. You would think you'd want to draw it off this tee, but really the best access to this undulating green is down the right side.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly and keep your head still. One thing you'll find talking to players up and down the range, especially late in the season, is that they are laser focused on making the top 30 in the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. That brings so many benefits. You qualify for next year, all the major championships, all the invitationals. There is just so much that comes with making the Tour Championship and the top 30 on the points list. tell you what, Phil the Thrill, Phil Mickelson could not have done it any better. What a bunker shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Frank, back-to-back dog legs to the left as we step on the tee here at the 8th.
This one, a little different to the 7th hole. This one's fairly flat, and also that fairway runs out on the right side. You can try and flash it across all the bunkers. There's no real advantage. You have to respect those bunkers. Should just leave you a sand iron, a wedge maximum in here. This is a good scoring opportunity, providing you hit the fairway.
Getting ready now for the approach here at the par 4 8th. That one was running so hot. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Now at the 8th, looking at 405 yards on this par 4. Now to hole number 9, 600-yard par 5, and it's the first par 5 of the round. Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work. Every single shot adding to the score.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Frank, just a beautiful day out there today, but there are some challenges.
Yeah, those tricky winds up there, you've really got to focus on exactly how strong it is and what direction, because it's very easy to make the mistake of hitting the wrong club out here. You make a mistake with the wrong club choice, even a good swing is not going to get rewarded.
Frank, here at the par 5 ninth, it is a green light special here.
It is, but coming off that downhill lie, the ball's likely to come out a little lower than normal, and therefore you have to use the terrain. The second shot here, it should kick left and forward into this par 5.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, too many missed shots and now a missed cut.
Yes, it's disappointing, but the experience gained from playing this course really will be invaluable. Now's the time, just pick your head up and move forward. There's always another week.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. And hello again, and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my pal Frank Nobilo. We are here in the wonderful state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round at Eastlake Golf Club.
And what a great course it is too, Rich. Normally a par 72 for the members, but seeing we're going to play off the pros tee today, the 5th and the 10th hole, which are normally par 5s, will be reduced to par 4s, so a very strict par of 70.
Let's take it down to the tee. Excited to call all the action today out on the course for you. Frank, it's pretty simple here at the 6th hole. 209 yards over water. You need one good strike of the golf ball.
It sounds easy, doesn't it?
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading toward
in the water. Too bad. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That was well done. Now, a very short putt to get out of here with a bogey.
Well, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. 5 minutes ago.
So a tester from 4 feet. losing a bit of ground now in this tournament. With the bogey, falls to 2 over. This is a really good par 4. Dogleg to the left, 434 yards here at the 7th at East Lake. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Here at the 8th, again, this is not an especially long hole, but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Trying to get a good mental picture here on the approach shot at the par 4 8th. Again, most important to just avoid those bunkers by the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday, made a bogey. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Going to tap out on this hole for the week for another bogey on this hole. Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Yeah, it's not exactly a small gap between that player there and the rest of the field. That gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now.
Rounding out the front side, and Frank, here we are, at last, at a par 5. And what are we looking at?
Good chance here for the long hitters to drive it down there as far as possible. The hole really gives into a nice draw off the tee. One of the reasons why you get that extra kick and bound down the hill, because that's the way the hole shapes. From there, long iron to a green that's built the other way, left to right. Chances for eagles, chances for birdies, but straight with a tee shot, and then all of a sudden you've got to worry about that lake when you lay up.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Let's see if they can make something happen on this approach to the first par 5 on the golf course here at East Lake. This is a good-looking shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Settles in over the putt. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, you've been there at so many tournaments around the world. One round to go, a chance to win. What's that feeling like?
Oh, this is the fun part, knowing whether or not your body can handle the situation. You've got to push it to the limit. But that's what sport and golf is all about. Trying to do something that you've dreamed of for so long.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Slaughter alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida. Now down to the first tee as we get set here at the Wetlands. Par 5 opener. It's 660 yards, Frank.
Better put your thinking cap on here, Rich. Ideally, you want to play it as a 3-shot hole because there's a pond that protects the front right of the screen as well. Typical Floridian opening tee shot, narrow, tight, and it's going to extract the best from you. So somehow fairway, then, only then can you start think about making a birdie.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Nice position, short grass, second shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
-1 and really going. He has a birdie opportunity here. In red figures at 1 under par. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He got away with one right there. Just missed that bunker.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand the whole way.
These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, what an incredible shot. And getting ready for the putt. One under early in the round. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the Wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot, and it's only 160. But if you're a mere mortal, 280, 180, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder.
Second from an excellent lie. Frank, which way is this headed?
Well, judging by his body English, it looks like it's heading a little right. There is a bit of green out there, though.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par.
Oh, another one goes in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. So, 2 under early on. Wow, check this out, Frank. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards. This is a really cool hole.
It is. You tee off and that tee shot right across the swampland into a crescent-shaped green. And, of course, it is protected by that bunker that just cuts in. It doesn't give you very much depth on that middle line of the green. So if the pin's in the middle, that's when the hole plays its most difficult.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. second shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Well, the fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
He needs this for par. Nice par to remain at 2 under. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Good look now at the fifth hole here at the Wetlands, par 5, and it's a good one, 635 yards. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. And from the fairway for his second shot here. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course to the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. At the 14th now, 442-yard par 4 goes downhill a bit.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball down the left side of the fairway, Rich, because everything slopes to the rough on the right. Ball hangs up on the left side. There is a lone tree in the rough there that often comes into play. Green slopes away from the players to the left, and those two bunkers, the reason why they're pinched in, well, when you're in the rough, you'll find out why they're there.
Good contact, good result. East Lake Golf Club was named the permanent home of the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola back in 2005. It is the final event of the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup, with only the top 30 players on the points list qualifying each year. Good-looking shot right here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Well, you just can't make up ground if you don't make putts. Drop shot here at the 14th hole. Just a couple of feet. Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
This par 5 15th measures in at only 525 yards. There is a chance to get to the green in two without question, but there's also some trouble out there. That was just a beautiful drive, and hit it solid and right in the middle. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. Little bit uphill. Birdie try up next. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
I don't know what they were looking at.
So just a formality here. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Always so nice, Frank, when that gleaming white golf ball is sitting up on those emerald fairways, the way this one is.
The game almost appears easy when one is playing their second shot from the middle of the fairway, and you quickly forget how difficult it can be. You look left or right, game becomes much harder.
And it makes the green in regulation. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Just 2 holes left here at East Lake, Frank. We have another par 4 set at 455 yards. They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Well, you can feel the tension right now. Always a pivotal shot in the round, the second to 17. See a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Has his par. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Tough break. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, you know full well, this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. It's opening round coverage of the United States Open Championship.
Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here to call the action for EA Sports at the U.S. Open Championship. We are at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. And Frank, this does not look like any U.S. Open golf course that I have seen.
No, it's quickly getting the respect of many of the golf pundits and writers out there as just this wonderful blend of links and parkland-style golf. It presents so beautifully to the eye, but also it challenges every aspect of your game. And really, you couldn't want for anything more than that when you were going to play a major championship.
Designed by Robert Trent Jones II with breathtaking views of the Puget Sound as well as the Olympic Mountains.
Second shot.
Frank, you've been there so many times. Is it fair to say that a U.S. Open is as much a psychological test as it is a physical test?
I think that's a great way to put it, Rich. It really is. People know that you're not going to get instant gratification at a U.S. Open. You're going to sort of get hit more than you'd like, especially come the end of the week. But also in the back of your mind, you realise that's the way you should be tested, maybe once a year. That's all. And that often determines the best player in the game.
Third shot, looking for a good one. On the green, sure, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Oh, you can see the frustration. Almost kicked his putter head right there with a drop shot here at the fourth. And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
You'd like that one again.
Oh, what happened there, Frank? Settles in over the putt. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. A lot of great golf early on. Let's get you out to the action at the 5th. Frank, you know this. You can't win a tournament in the first round, but you can lose it. As we catch up with our featured golfer, they need to turn this around just to make the cut.
And turn it around now. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, you've played courses all over the world. You've competed at the highest level. What do you love about links golf?
The variety. I remember St. Andrews, for example. You could play it, 12. You could play 365 days in a row, and it would never be the same. Chambers Bay has the same qualities. You have magnificent vistas, so it makes golf enjoyable. You're in amongst the elements. Nothing seems artificial. And of course, you can play the ball along the ground. You can play it through the air. It's your choice, but you don't know what the reward is on the other side.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Needs this for par. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Kind of a tricky read. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now, because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. This is a 19-foot putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Six over for the day. Well, Frank, what a stretch of tough par fours here at Chambers Bay. Now to the seventh, long uphill par four and a lot of trouble to the right.
Yeah, and it's all sand, that's for sure. If you miss the field on the left, then it's all dunes, so take your pick, really. But ideally, that green piece that the superintendent often mows each and every day, that's the place to go. And for a U.S. Open at 508 yards, if you miss that little green strip, then this hole will be hazardous because it's going to play a lot longer than that uphill.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the seventh hole. Frank, the approach here at the seventh, and there's a lot to consider here.
There is. The green at the front is much wider than what it is at the back. It's almost like a tooth or a molar shape. So, that front portion, when the flag's there, definitely a birdie hole. Just got to be a little cautious when they put the flag on the back.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Frank, you play the game at the highest level. You know it doesn't always go your way. So what kind of advice do you give the player who's having a rough go of it?
I used to have a little notepad that I remembered, and on it was stop, take a deep breath, make a decision, and now go with it. Just re-rack.
Boy, that hurts right there, Frank.
Yeah, he's got to knuckle down now, though, because, we've seen it before, Rich. 2 putts turn into 3, 4. So make sure you can limit the damage here.
Has this now for bogey. Wow, I thought he made that. That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Been a rocky round. Well, this hole, the 8th, says U.S. Open all the way. Tee set back to well over 600 yards, Frank, par 5.
Well, it's called high road and low road, so which way would you prefer? I'd rather take the high road and that sort of whip one down the fairway there, hopefully around the 300-yard mark, and you just might make this par 5 and 2. Then you can tell all your mates. If you take the low road, you're going to rack up a big number, and you don't want to tell anybody.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, the approach shot here at the 8th, and what's a player looking at?
Well, you've got no bunkers really to worry about, but obviously a lot of undulation. You can see there that if you use the contours, that ball's going to kick around a little bit. Relatively narrow, but this is not a problem. You can go in here low or high.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
This is a cross-country special. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This for par. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, can we say it? That was weak.
You just did. It's at sneaky distance. Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Just a couple of feet. Everything has gone wrong today. It just continues to be ugly. Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicappers. We can all play here.
Good looking shot right here.
And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Pretty good shot right there. Getting set now over the putt. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
Well, that'll do it for day number one, and a tough start for some of those who were hoping for better things.
Yeah, slow start, surprisingly, really, and hard to put your finger on why, because we saw a lot of good golf, but now, outside looking in, we'll need to play well tomorrow.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Hello again and welcome to the U.S. Open. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're here at Chambers Bay with those massive rolling fairways, the towering dunes, unpredictable coastal winds. What a test, Frank, for the best players in the world.
That's right, and it's going to be the first time these professionals are going to play it. We've seen it host a U.S. Amateur in the past, and this is a daunting test, especially if the wind gets up. There's enough bunkers out there to trap the best players in the world. Those greens fast and firm enough to repel any shot that's not struck perfectly.
Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4 though at 495.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's a painful miss right there.
Even par currently.
Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
Well, Frank, this is what a U.S. Open is all about. A long, tough par 4 up the hill.
Yeah, just a beast. And it's a dogleg ride on top of that. There's more humps and bumps and all this than a dermatologist would ever dream of down there.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Must make this for a double bogey. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
Frank, the 9th hole, called Olympus. I mean, that is very grand sounding. Like something that...
You're talking Greek god here, aren't you? Come on, this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. "19 feet away. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot. And really deserves it.
Frank, the nice thing about golf is that if you struggle on that front side, you can take a breath and you can regroup and you can get something going on the back nine.
During a round of golf, there's so many little things you can do, especially when you're a little awry. Check the ball position. Maybe you're starting to focus too much on swing rather than actually the shots in hand.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank. And now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
This hole is really getting the best of them for bogey once again. Been a rocky round. Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
It looks straightforward. You see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level.
High winds, high scores. Let's see if he can put something together late. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. This is the second shot at the par 4. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. And he'll have this for birdie. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. And rolls it in. Nice putt.
Well, early exit for one of what I thought Rich was going to be the favorite, but their week's over.
Numbers don't lie in this case, in this sport. And now, a missed cut. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Well, every golfer wants to come home, and here we are at the home of golf, the old course at St. Andrews. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
Yeah, and Rich, this is just a wonderful place to play the game. Every player that's ever sort of learned to swing the golf club, this is the one course they wanted to play. The reason why is because every great this game has ever seen has walked across Saucon Bridge.
Frank, this is no ordinary opening tee shot. This is the opening shot at the old course at St. Andrews. So are you inspired, intimidated, nervous? Where are the emotions at?
Oh, all of the above. And this opening tee shot will never get old, that's for sure. It looks like a wide open hole. Really, you don't want to be looking right or left because it's out of bounds, even though it's a well way right and a long way left. You basically aim it at the 17th green is a good line for your opening tee shot.
So, Frank, a perfect lie right here. And now this gives him a chance to take the next step, which is get after this hole location.
Yeah, so many more options now, and basically it's just going to come down to club selection now. This is absolutely perfect. This is one where he can get a reward from. What a great shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing, to say the least.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. -1 in early going. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. From the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. And setting up here in the rough. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Ooh, so close. He'd settle for par here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So 2 under early on. Just a couple of feet. Still even par for the day. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers. I'm loving that balance.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second shot. Good look at the green. What makes the old course at St. Andrews so memorable is not just the round of golf, but it's the setting. It's the old town. It's people watching from the windows nearby. All of that makes it really a good experience. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. 80 yards to the flagstick, Frank.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit.
If you're going to hit it down.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. One under early in the round. Not a gimme, but well within his range. No problems early. Looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes, straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players. The ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Setting up for an approach shot here. And getting ready for the putt.
Well, the fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
These putts keep the round together. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So with that, the score is now at even par. Has this to save par. Nice par to remain 3 under. Par fives, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this fifth hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further. Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Now the second shot to the par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Frank, you hate to miss it from that distance.
More than a setback there.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Did the job right there. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green. And a chance for birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Well, you have to like that. 4 under. So a tester from 4 feet. And he makes it for par. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
Oh, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. That's an absolute beauty.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Good swing, good shot yet again. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole, just for birdie. Chance to get it close here. This has been a great performance so far, but Frank, a long ways to go. Do you ever worry about complacency?
Yeah, sometimes it just looks like it's too easy. At the moment, the putts are going in, the iron shots are going close enough, but some things, they don't happen by accident. He's got to still keep concentrating right now.
Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Still playing even for the day after the par. Par 3 8th hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, why is it so difficult to get the ball close here?
Well, there's the bunker on the left side. There's a little bit of a downslope there. This is the first par 3 that you'll play. And it's just tough to judge that distance perception. You've really got to be accurate on your yardage here.
This one has a chance to be close. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. It's at sneaky distance.
He'll be a bit disappointed he didn't make that. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Drops it, and he's at even par. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews, and Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. And that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Settles in over the putt. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So with that make, now at 7 under par. This for par. Still even par for the day. So we're getting set now for the second 9 here at the old course at St. Andrews. And Frank, a chance to get off to a good start here with the short par 4 10th?
Yeah, it's a very subtle hole. It just looks straight ahead in front of you, but there is gorse down the left if you stray, especially into a head breeze. But really, it's drivable for most of the players. Just got to worry about those 2 bunkers. There's sort of short right of the green. You finish up there, then this hole becomes a little more difficult.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Shouldn't be a problem here. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Getting set now over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, another famous hole, this time the par 311.
Yeah, this hole was made famous by the left bunker, which is called the Hill, where Bobby Jones, when he first played St. Andrews, couldn't get the ball out of the bunker, so in the end he actually ripped up his scorecard. A lot's changed since then, but the hole hasn't lost its luster.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Has this from 170 yards away. Will make birdie if this drops. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Just a couple of feet. In for birdie, now 2 under on the day. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
The green here at the 12th is really the key. The shallow rear shelf falling away on all sides remains as fresh a challenge today as it did when Alan Robertson played it 125 years ago.
And, of course, he was a professional that lived in the area, Rich, and one of the things that he did, he actually made some of these greens bigger. You would think that makes it easier, but when you put in some of these subtle slopes like what we see at 12, you realize it's not easier.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So a tester from 4 feet. That's good work. That's a good par right there. Has it, and he's 2 under par. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of this green.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
The second shot now to the par 4. Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, it might just catch the left side of the green. On the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 14th is a big par 5, chance to make a big move, but also possibility of making a big number if you're not careful.
Yeah, you've got to be very aware of the out of bounds on the right side, even though it does move to the right. Ideal tee shot is down the right side that gets very close to that, because then that opens up the second shot and keeps that tee shot away from that crop of bunkers called the birdies. There's a big cross bunker up ahead that has to be avoided for the second shot. If you're long enough, you can reach this par 5 and 2, but this green with so many undulations that it is anything other than flat.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. And getting ready for the putt. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Time to tee it up here at the 15th as we begin the closing stretch here at the Open Championship of the Old Course at St. Andrews.
There's a big steeple in the distance, so even when it starts to fog in a bit, if you can keep your eye on that, that's a good line off the tee. And you've got to keep it, your tee shot just short of this sort of heather, big crop of heather down the left side. It still leaves you a lengthy second shot, but really that's the safest way to try and play this par 4 15th. Very good par 4.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Good, solid work right there, and stays at 4 under. Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
She didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
Right on 145 yards left to the flagstick. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This won't hurt him. This is a 9-footer. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the car. Frank, this is sort of bizarre. You're standing on the tee at the road hole, one of the most famous par 4s in the sport, and you're aiming for a hotel?
Well, you're aiming over a series of letters that say the Old Course Hotel. If you can hit it exactly over that U, then you will be in the right place, which hopefully is down the middle of the fairway. You avoid that heather on the left. That bunker up ahead, the road hole bunker, remember David Duval? He got stuck in there. Years ago, Tommy Nakajima, he could hardly ever get that ball out, and in the end succumbed, I think, to double figures. So the hole has more than one way to trap you, so stay away from the road on the road hole.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. This one has a chance to be close. That's well played, and now a good look at birdie.
Second shot.
good-looking shot right here.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Putt for par. He needs one. Impressive. Once again, that's a par, remaining at 5 under. Frank, is there a more famous landmark in the sport than the tiny Swoken Bridge?
I think when you think of this game, the way in which we've followed it and covered it, Rich, over the last decade plus, no. It is just symbolic, not just with this golf course, but the game of golf itself, because every great champion has managed to make his foray across to Scotland and play the old course and walk across that bridge.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that
easy. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
He has this for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were